Welcome to Ella on the Rise. We're here with the hottest talent on Long Island. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you to everyone who has. Today's guest is a songwriter, a producer, and he's an artist as well. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Jehry Robinson. Shout out to you guys for having me tonight, man.
Of course.
Long Island on the Rise, man, in more ways than just the title. Just overall, everybody, man.
Got to make it happen.
Yeah, man. But yeah, as you said, producer, songwriter, artist, creative in general, video director, whatever.
All around badass.
all around, man. But yeah, appreciate you guys having me today, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Been seeing you guys. I mean, we just had a little talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what you guys are doing is dope and necessary because there's just not enough of this going on Long Island. Just unity, just people trying to support one another and showcase each other's talents and hustles. So it's dope, guys. For real, commendable.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah, thank you, by the way.
Yeah, man, I wish I had a better answer for that, but I don't know. I think everybody's ego and everybody is just so fiercely competitive here. So nobody wants to give anyone anything. You know what I mean? And it's just like to an extreme. You know.
Well, that's pretty crazy to say that because he actually wrote down a specific line from one of your songs. I don't know if you want to say that or not.
Well, let's just get into it since you already said it.
Yeah.
Your song "Hustler's Love."
Yeah.
Fire song, bro.
Thank you.
Love that song. Like literally, when we're done with this, I'm probably gonna drive home and bump it. Like I'm not even lying.
That, man.
But since my guy Alan brought it up, there's a line in it. Feels like everybody on Long Island somehow got this shit.
Yeah.
Could you explain a little bit more what you mean?
Yeah, I mean that was just kind of simple in the. So we dropped the first tape, which was part 1, 2, 3, and I truly was at a point with music at that time where I just felt like I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue, and that was like my Hail Mary pass, so to speak. Like I'm gonna drop this, and if nobody cares, I'm done. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So by the second tape, which is Hustler's Love, I felt like, wow, they're getting it, man, and everybody just kind of gravitated towards the sound. So I was just like, yo, it feels like everybody in Long Island kind of got this shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was really just I felt really good at that point because I felt like I actually had people to make a project for. Whereas the first one, like I said, was just kind of like, if no one listens to this, I'm not doing it anymore, and no one's gonna care about it. And then by the second one, I was a little bit more like, all right, you know what I'm saying? There's people that actually resonate with it. So that's kind of where that whole inspiration came from. Just feeling myself a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to, man.
Yeah.
Now, I felt like we had to segue into that, but usually the way we do start this is the question is, what makes you on the rise?
What makes me on the rise? The fact that I wake up every day and just go harder than I did the day before, and the fact that I've been in the studio working with my idols lately. You know what I'm saying? And
I see you, Snoop. I see the Insta photo. That was fucking
man.
crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Snoop, man.
Big shout out.
Yeah, man. That was like last week. I'm in the studio, and shout out to the homie Travis O'Gwen, who is
shout out.
Yeah, he's the CEO of Strange Music, and worked alongside N9ne to build arguably like the largest independent empire ever as far as like labels go. But yeah, I've been working with him and just kind of hanging with him and stuff. And then he was like, yo, I just want to introduce you to someone real quick. Like Snoop Dogg walks in. I was like, wow. Like really though, like, you know, like you could try to act cool all you want, but like Snoop is just a little bit of a different caliber. Yeah. And then he knew about all this work I've been doing and stuff, because he's been talking to the homie Travis and stuff. So yeah, that was a little surreal.
What was Snoop heard your music?
Yeah, I think Travis had at that point, like maybe, even, or just told him, that he was excited about some of the stuff I've been working on. So yeah.
Do you get any feedback from it, or
not too much? Just he said like congrats, and that that he's excited, or excited to see the future.
That's
and I'm
sweet.
like, oh, that made me more excited. I'm like, damn, if Snoop is excited, I gotta be excited. Yeah,
bro, Snoop's watching.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
I know. If I seen Snoop in the room, I'd probably do one of the what the fuck?
Yeah, because he's like, I I got an old friend that that I want to introduce to. So I'm just expecting like one of his old homies or something to walk through the door, and like my first thought was like, oh, that dude looks like Snoop. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That guy really looks like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, wow, that's
like,
good. You should play Snoop in a show. Like,
yeah, right. So that's surreal, man. That was definitely a surreal moment. But yeah, and a lot of that is just being in the right place at the right time, and and being around the right people. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would say if you're the coolest guy in the room, leave the room. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to be around people that I aspire to be like, people who have done things that I'm trying to do. I'm like, yo, that's who I want to hang out with. That's who I want to learn from. That's who I want to build with. So that's kind of where I've been at lately. And that's what, to answer your question, because we somehow went on topic. But that's what, that's what, that's why I classify as on the rise, man, because I feel like I haven't even started yet. I feel like I'm still on the bottom, man. We gotta work every day to keep rising. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's all about that work.
For sure.
So when I was taking a look at your music, it's pretty interesting because you have this like rap sound, also a little bit of reggae, also got some like mainstream pop songs mixed in there.
Yeah.
So when people come up to you and they're asking you about your music, how exactly do you describe it to them?
Basically what you just said, man. I say, really, I say it's like a reggae hip hop pop blend. I mean that was the perfect way to put it, and then
cornucopia of sound.
Yeah, or like people always want like an artist, so like I'll be like it's like Bob Marley meets Drake at a Adam Levine or Maroon 5 concert. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because that's easier for people to. They always just. I think just like the human mind always just wants to find something that they can relate
get some familiarity.
Yeah, exactly. So that's usually how I describe it. But I think that's kind of been a hindrance, like coming up, where I was always doing music and I was writing for other people, and then I would write a country song, then I'd write a hip hop song, then I'd write a pop song. And as a writer, that's a really strong point, because it's like, hey, I can work with anyone. Yeah. I can write any type of song. But as an artist, I've sat in a lot of meetings where different A&Rs and stuff are like, yeah, I really like it, but I think if we work with you, you got to focus more on the hip hop side and just make a hip hop album, or you got to focus more on the pop side and just, or kind of pick a lane. Or a lot of times those people would have the lane in mind. Like, I think you're a pop star. I think you should rap more. So that was just always been an uncomfortable thing. And then to be in the climate we're at right now, where we could just put out anything we want by ourselves. Like, we could throw it up on YouTube, we could pay for studio time, we could put it on SoundCloud, and like, to be in that, it's just like, hey, wait, let me just put out what I make naturally that's really me, and see what people think of it, opposed to listen to a bunch of guys around the table that are telling me that I should do this
process
sound,
manufactured.
right.
Yeah.
So we just got to a point where we just we were like, all right, my manager and my wife Tara,
shout out Tara,
who's over here. Yeah, she was just like she was really the inspiration on that. Like, yo, like, let's not try to like pigeonhole you into any kind of sound or genre. Let's just put out what you make. And I'd rather people like hate what I actually made and the true me than like something that I made because someone else told me this was the right idea, or I was trying to please people. Like, I'd rather you hate what I make and then be like, all right, you don't like me. So then in that case, I never have to go anywhere or do anything that isn't me, because it's just like the people who do resonate with it, they resonate with me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to I'm not trying to just like, oh wow, I made a hip hop album, so now I gotta go and talk about hip hop more, be a different person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but it is hard to classify, man. It is hard to classify exactly what the sound is. But
no, but the music is really good, man. Like you have a lot of your songs too, I notice, have a message. Yeah. Especially the song I listened to, Be Someone.
Oh yeah,
that is very deep, and like the video, like what went into making that one? Like, what was like the
that was as far as the video or
the video and the song.
Yeah, so like the song just came from like just a place of like real. Like, I remember at that point, like, you got ups and downs in the shit. So there's months I feel great, and even financially feel okay, and everything's wonderful, and then there'd be a month where I'm like, wow, I'm not good right now. Life sucks. I don't have a lot of money. I'm never gonna do this. So that's where that came from, a place of, really being low. And that's why, sometimes I get so high that I forget that I'm broke is the first line. And then just feeling like, feeling like everyone around you is progressing. And everyone around you is, and especially with social media, everyone's giving you their highlight reel.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think a lot of people can relate to that. It's like everyone around me is, better off than me, or has a better job and a better life. And that's kind of the inspiration behind that song, is like, and then just saying, hey man, I'm special too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the video, man, that was
video
like,
was very like awesome.
That was a special time, really. It was just like a bunch of really talented people happened to be free for the weekend, like with like cameras and and then the homie Jamie Wilson, shout out to Jamie Wilson.
Shout out.
Yeah, he's amazing talent. I've been working with him, but and then Jasenia Vice, she decided to come, and we wrote this script. Tara wrote the whole thing out of, kind of like just different stories. So, if you look at the video, I think she's trying to be an up and coming actress, and he's a woodsman. He works in like a wood shop. So like we just took two stories and filed them, and they agreed to act in it. Everybody agreed to shoot it all like literally within like 2 days. It was like, hey, we have it was actually a bigger artist had canceled or had another opportunity, and they were stuck on Long Island with all the equipment and everything, like a whole video team. Shout out to Joan Roman.
Oh, yeah, shout out.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she came through, and my boy Kevin. So like a bunch of really talented, awesome people came through and were like, yo, we have all the equipment. The artist isn't here, and we want to shoot this Be Someone song. I was like, wow. So that's how that came about. And it was really organic. Like, it wasn't, I don't even think we wanted to shoot a video, but it was like, we had it ready to go. So we were like, we weren't ready per se, but I don't think you're ever ready for anything. So,
No, that's crazy. You managed to get that all together in 2 days is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Because we've done stuff before trying to get people, and it's months. Like,
right.
We got to like plan it out step by step. Somebody doesn't answer, they answer a day later. This and
Definitely.
that. It's like,
yeah,
so
and
that's
I think,
pretty big feat
I think the
itself.
most important component is like when you have the right individuals.
That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could have 40 people, but if they're not the right people, you just got a big waste of time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we had a lot of good people that just believed in the vision and felt it. That honestly, I've found in life period, like the best things that have ever happened in my life happened like that. Like happened in like 3 days. Like things that I worked on for like months at a time and like tried to do, like sometimes they fall apart and doesn't go to where your mind was. And then like, for instance, like Snoop Dogg, like I woke up that day, I didn't even know. I didn't even know Snoop Dogg was gonna just walk in the door. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like the coolest things for me I've found like just kind of happen, you know? And also, just all the work and stuff you put in every day, you really don't know. You really don't know when that inspiration is going to strike or greatness will occur. But yeah, that video literally happened. I think it was like a Friday and a Saturday, and then we put it out like a week later, and it was like that was it.
Well, it's fire video over
Thank
10K
you,
views and shit, bro.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro.
Congrats on
Appreciate
that.
man.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
We don't buy no views over here.
No.
We don't do none of that. You
And
know what I'm
that's
saying?
big
We just
fact.
do it
If
organic.
anybody wants to do research, there's over 250 something comments on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, there's
right.
really interaction on it, 'cause you see those 10K views, then you see one like,
Right.
no comments. This
Yeah.
isn't a phony thing. And by the way, no dislikes on that video. Good for you. Holy shit.
Yo, I'm waiting, man.
Yeah, like, who's gonna
after
be that
this
asshole?
drops now?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
this drops, you just gave me.
Oh,
one. You just
fucking
gave me one.
jinxed it.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
know.
edit
I
that
actually
out,
noticed
though.
that not too long ago. Yeah, that's a rarity, man. I was like, wow. But yeah, you gotta expect it. It's actually, it's like you haven't made it until you get a bunch of dislikes. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's how you know. That's how you know you're doing it. But yeah, for real, man.
Yeah.
That was a good vibe, and that's it. I think that message is just important. It's just like, hey, you might not be where you want to be right now, but just stay focused, stay grinding, and stop thinking that everyone else is better than you or cooler than you or whatever, because that's what holds people back. You know what I mean? Just thinking like, oh man, I'm not as good as everyone else, or I'm not as cool. And half the time, those people are literally going through the same exact thing.
Hell yeah.
You know,
You just can't see it.
you can't see it. You convince yourself that that person's got it all figured out. You know, so. That's what I want to
It's the social media highlight reel.
Yeah,
highlight reel. I love that when you said that. A highlight reel. It's fucking
true.
big. It's the fact.
It's true. You ain't putting your worst day ever up on there, man. You don't
Just
post
got
that
fired.
day.
Here's a selfie.
Yeah, you probably don't post that day, man. You know, you post when you get the new job. That's when you start posting.
I
again,
started
you know?
working at McDonald's. Like,
Maybe you wouldn't post that, but
right. You're right.
Real,
Whatever. Fuck it.
Hey, man, for some people that might be an accomplishment.
First job.
Yeah.
First job.
Ain't no shame. Ain't no shame. Ain't no shame,
No
man.
shame whatsoever, man. They're still paying $15 an hour.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, exactly. That's for our political podcast.
I haven't made $1 million yet. Probably should have took that scholarship. But I done flipped it to a positive. Dropped my first tape and honestly I think I bodied it. Feels like everybody on Long Island somehow got this shit. As soon as they popped it in, they knew who I was, knew who I loved. They knew that my homie was using drugs. Must have ate before I drank the way they fucking with my buzz. Go ahead, continue with your laughter. Nice with the bars like my name, John Taffer. Name one rapper that be going this hard. Turn the lights off, they ain't know I glow in the dark. Remember last year, they were towing my car. I knew I finished, took a minute just to know where to start. We right here. We all got hustles, love. Some a little more respectable than others. How you ever gonna judge someone when you haven't walked through the valleys they run through? We all got hustles, love. Some a little more respectable than others. How you ever gonna judge someone when you haven't walked through the valleys they run through?
I'm not necessarily the brightest to connect things in my head, but
Me neither. It's okay.
I got 1, 2, 3, right?
Yep.
I got 4, 5, 6, right?
Yep. 2 albums.
So that's 2. 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
Is there something?
Yeah,
like, is there something like,
that sounds like my entire Instagram DM right now. It's just like, where's 7, 8, 9? Yeah. But yeah, so 7, 8, 9 has been. So we're gonna take it. This is something I can't say too much on, but just on the creative side, it looks like we're gonna split it up a little bit, but and start releasing these things before the end of the new year. So that's really, really exciting. So here's what I will say. I will say that there's new music and people will hear it before 2020. Before 2020, there will be...
And it's on video to hold him to it. So DMs or be popping if 2020 comes around.
Oh yeah,
and we don't have this.
We don't like to tell lies. A big thing what we do in Famous by Association, FBA.
Yeah,
me and Tara and our whole team. You know, Tom, Wash, Bree. Shout out.
Shout out to everybody.
Our whole like administrative team. Well, when we started, we were like, here's one thing we want to do, and this might be a little different than a lot of people, or it might blow your mind, but we just do what we say. Right?
Whoa!
Right?
Whoa!
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Man.
So
people do that nowadays.
People still do that.
Holy shit.
So, and that's the thing. And the crazy thing is, that I think a lot of people, they don't do what they say, not because they're incapable of doing great things, but they just say too much.
Yeah, or they put too much on their plate.
Right.
And
So like,
oh fuck.
Yeah, it's like don't say it if you can't do it. So so in that respect, before 2020, we'll have new music out, and we're working with a bunch of different people. There's a bunch of special announcements that will be made in regards to the project, as far as people who are involved and features, things like that. That I can't get that deep into, but yeah, you'll see me around the studio with certain people, and you can start. I'm just alluding to a bunch of shit right now.
Just keep an eye on the Instagram and social media.
Keep an eye on the social media. Yeah, because I'm be teasing a bunch until then too, man. So,
man,
but yeah, so it'll be, and it may. This is what I'll say, because my manager gave me like the look of death when you start talking about that. But it may be in delivered in a different fashion than you are used to, and it. Obviously better, but it may be delivered in a different fashion. You know what I'm saying? We just got to level up, man. You got to get better.
When it comes to everyone tuned in right now, I say this a lot, but be on the fucking lookout for this guy over here.
Yeah,
Please.
thank you, man.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sometimes I get so high that I forget that I'm broke. Sometimes I get so tired from the way that life goes. But maybe I'ma be someone someday. Baby, I'ma be someone someday. Sometimes I think that all the things they say ain't true. Cause I don't work my ass off and paid my due. Baby, I'ma be someone someday. Amen. Amen.
Now it's time for the stinger question. You know, you got to throw those in.
Of course, I'm ready.
People in the music industry.
Right.
Tell us who's overrated and who's underrated.
Ooh, this is big.
Yep.
Overrated. Let me see. I got to think for a second because I can't just throw out. I mean, damn, I'd probably say like right now, like Blueface.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure a lot could agree on that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm no problem.
Yeah.
with that.
I mean, shout out to the homie and his hustle and
Yeah, he's
everything.
killing it.
He's doing what he has to do.
Much respect. But
overrated.
as far as lyricism, cadence, delivery,
He says he's the best ever lyricist. That has been said in an interview.
all right. Yeah, that's
Promise you.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy here. Yeah, I would say overrated. And then underrated, I'm gonna have to go with right now, underrated. I know that he might not seem underrated because he's huge, but I'm gonna say J. Cole, because although he is respected, man, I think that he's
Unreal.
one of the greatest, you know.
He
and
gives you songs when the world needs them. Like
Yeah.
Middle Child, the rap game needed that song. Needed it, and he
absolutely.
knew it.
Yeah.
That's what separates him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think he could get a little bit more. I mean, you know, he's not necessarily like right up there, you know, in the top, you know, 3 or top 5 all the time. Like a lot of people will disregard him or not include him on some of those
Top 5
So,
lists.
yeah, some of those lists. I'm like, yeah, he should just always kind of just be a constant. You know what I'm saying? I think right now he's probably the greatest in the game. But yeah, so underrated. I'll go Blueface. Overrated J. Cole. Other way around.
Reverse.
That was a mess up.
That was a mess up. But you know what? It's the other way around. It's funny that you mentioned like, you know, top 5 conversation and whatnot, because you do a lot of, you know, you do have the mix of all this other stuff, but you're a hip hop artist a lot as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this little segment called the Core 4, and that's where we ask anybody who's a hip hop artist. This is the core 4 questions I feel everyone should have ready
Okay.
at any point in time. And
Okay.
the first question in that Core 4 is, what is your top 5?
My top 5.
Yeah.
Off the bat, I'm gonna have to go like Jay-Z. I'll always put at 1.
Hove.
Yeah, Hove. Hove. M. Homie Tech N9ne.
Hell yeah.
J. Cole. You know, I cannot not put in my top 5.
Now you gotta say it.
Yeah, and I gotta put Biggie in there, of course, man. So yeah, that's easy. I mean, it's hard. You know, I always like to say, man, can I have a top 10? Because you know,
No, everybody knows that the top 5 is something what can be interchangeable, and also in the same time, you really should be a top 50. Like,
yeah,
you know,
right.
you know what I mean?
It's hard, but I'm pretty solid on what I just said, man. You got to put Biggie. You got to put. You know, I didn't put Pac in there, but if it's a toss up, I'm from New York, so. You know what I'm saying? I love Tupac, don't get me wrong, but I'm from New York, man. We got to go with Biggie on
So
that
the
side.
second question is going to be very easy for you. It's Biggie or Pac.
Yeah, we got to go Biggie.
Biggie, and you already gave you a little bit of an explanation too.
Yeah,
It's a New York thing
yeah.
too. Yeah, I know
For
Pac's
sure,
fire
man.
as hell,
Okay.
but I'm going to pick Biggie too because of that NY connection. man. It's
Yeah,
just
man.
Some reason it's the legend. It's
I
the
spent, you know, I've been living in Brooklyn, you know, so I'm out in Kansas City right now working on my project and everything, but living in Brooklyn, man, just feeling, you could like feel his energy. We actually live like a block away from St. James Place, like Clinton Hill and you know, where he's from, like his block. So yeah, you could just like feel and plus there's a mural on like every single building of his face. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
Never
you can't not feel that.
It's like
vibe.
going to the Wu-Tang district in Staten Island. It's
hell
it's
yeah.
like you could feel.
I've been watching the
me too.
series.
Yeah, it's fire, right?
And then there's a series and a documentary.
Yeah.
Right on.
I think the documentary is on HBO and the series is on Hulu.
Hulu. Yeah. So like everyone always thinks I'm talking about the documentary, but that series is crazy. Dave
pretty
E. Shout out to
sweet.
the homie Dave E.
Yo,
He's killing it.
whoever plays, don't know the actor, but whoever plays ODB, they're doing a great job.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. You were talking about before we started, you were talking about everybody's sons and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not ODB's son, is it?
No.
I know his son kind of looks like him though.
You know what's
ODB's
funny?
son.
We can get into this for a second.
Yeah.
Is you know the first or second episode when RZA goes to perform and those 3 Jamaican dudes take his spot.
Yeah.
The main dude shout out is Intel, You God's son.
Oh,
So
no
shout
doubt.
out to
Shout
Intel,
out
who's
to
also
Intel.
been on
Yeah.
the show. Shout out to him.
Yeah, you were just kind of familiarizing me with him.
And it's like a little, for anybody that's like a super hardcore Wu-Tang and all that, it's like a little Easter egg for him. It's like there's intel, he's in the
right,
show. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah, like search for it.
Yeah,
Search
exactly.
for it. Yeah, shout out
So-
though. That's a dope show.
Hell yeah, it's a great
That's
show.
been inspiring me. I watched a couple episodes of that.
Well, then this is probably a pretty good segue into this. Is what is the greatest rap group of all time?
Damn, rap group. My favorite rap group. Let's see. I gotta be honest here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you would even know. You guys know who the Lost Boys are? Mr. Cheeks.
School me.
Okay, so Lost Boys is probably like 90s, but you ever hear the song Renee? Let me tell you about this honey named Renee that I met one day. So like that's probably my favorite rap group, like because I gotta go obscure on them. You know what I'm saying? I can't give it. But I'm sure you would say Wu-Tang right
Oh
off
my
the
god,
bat.
dude, I wouldn't even think about that question.
Yeah, but I would say my favorite. But then there's always a difference in like my favorite and the greatest of all time. You know
All
what
right,
I'm
so
saying?
we'll do your favorites of Lost Boys. And
Yeah.
who do you think would be the greatest?
Wu-Tang, man.
Wu-Tang? Yeah. What about like, EPMD or fucking, Naughty by Nature?
Big fan
But
of
Wu-Tang takes
both.
it?
Yeah, I would say just in like, come on, man. You see
Yeah.
that symbol? That's the
It's iconic.
It's iconic,
It's iconic.
man.
It's literally going to be one of the rap things. It's always going to be timeless.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree, man. And that's
It's almost like a culture brand.
that's it, man.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do with FBA, man. Just like,
Hell yeah.
and it's like, it's funny because like you draw it on a piece of paper, like Tara concept everything up, and like now it's like becoming a brand. It's really like what you guys are doing here. It's like, how serious do you take it? It's like, oh, it's no big deal. That's my brand. Or it's like, nah, this is gonna be the greatest. You gotta have that. Everybody's gotta have a little Khaled energy, a little Kanye energy in them.
Exactly.
I feel like, but I mean, there's a line to that. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me twisted. But like, yeah, it's like that. That's what we've been doing is trying to get to that. When you see that Wu-Tang symbol, man, and
It's like,
they get that feeling, and you know. So that's what inspires me. I look at stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not stopping until young kids see the logo we made and they look at it like how I look at the Wu-Tang logo, or
like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for
It's like
sure.
an instantaneous thing. They see it, they know
Yeah,
it.
or Strange Music, who's some of the homies right now. That
Yeah. Shout out to them.
yeah, shout out to Strange Music. But they got the Snake and Bat, man. And if you're out of Kansas City, man, like it's everywhere. License plates, back of cars, people got it tattooed, and man, it's just so dope that
It's inspiring.
yeah, you could just make something up in your head and touch that many people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Wu-Tang, man.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Wu-Tang.
And the final and probably the hardest question on it: who is the GOAT? Who is the greatest of all time?
Hov, man.
Hov.
I gotta go with Hov, man.
That's it.
I
The
gotta
reason
go
Without
with
album
Hov.
did it for you? Is that what
Oh,
takes it
man,
over the edge? Because that's what
yeah.
takes it over the edge. for
That's
me.
it, man.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, but just overall, on the business side and everything, like like I'm
Billionaire.
feeling real like generic in some of these answers, but I can't even lie, man.
It's your
They're
answer.
just-
It's your answer.
Yeah,
You know what
It's
I'm
like I want to be like, yo, let me find some obscure stuff that I like, but like, nah, man. Greatest of all time to me is Hov. I don't think I would even understand this stuff or want to do it as much if it wasn't for not only him musically, but just on a business end. He's a beast.
yeah.
He's a beast.
First billionaire in hip hop.
Yeah, right.
That's
craziness.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But you survived the core four, and it was all solid answers, man. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Congrats,
of course.
man.
Yeah, that was
really
good.
I didn't
fun.
feel like there was any political answers in the whole thing, so I dig it.
Good,
I
good.
dig it.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I felt like,
Yeah.
wait, am I being politically correct? Am I just saying like
everybody
comment?
gives their
but I'm like,
political list,
I'm like, nah, man.
I felt like it was
These
you.
work. Yeah, these work.
Hell yeah. You
But
survived.
yeah, Blueface is gonna wind up tweeting me at some point.
Hey man, fuck it. Now you're gonna have
Yeah.
10 million people tweeting.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, I'm
Your
with
phone's gonna set on fire with how much interaction you got.
Yeah, I was just saying to you, man, like when we walked in here, like even with that, like if I don't like an artist or I'm not into an artist, man, like I'm still just about being kind and I believe that everything, just whatever you put out just comes right back to you. So it's like, I don't got no hatred for anybody, man.
No, it's the
but
truth. As soon as you mentioned Blueface was overrated, you immediately said, "Well, he's doing his thing."
yeah,
You know?
like
it's honesty, man.
right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that whole thing is confused. What's funny about Blueface is like when he came out, he was like, yeah, I don't really rap. This is my first song or whatever it was, and like I was like, what's kind of dope is he could only go up. because he's only gonna get better. So like even if his second song is a little better, was like, oh yeah, this is better than the first one. You know, he's kind of on beat now. So his trajectory is huge. He was gonna watch him grow. He's gonna keep going.
He'll
you know?
never be on beat.
Purposely. I haven't
like,
tuned in since then, really, to be honest. But
it's fucking astonishing.
yeah, he was just on Long Island, man. And my
really,
yeah, my boy. Shout out to Ralphie Ray. You guys know Lights of Long Island.
Yeah,
you see the LI
yes,
hats,
yep,
man.
yep.
That's the homie Ralphie.
Shout out to him.
He was just over there kicking it with them, and
That's
it's
crazy.
Biscuit, man. Who,
Oh yeah, it's Biscuit's a funny
I'm
dude.
sure you guys know.
You know who I am?
Yeah.
He's
Yo, you
so
know who I
good.
am? Wow.
Nah,
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Biscuit, man.
Shout
That's the
out.
homie.
Shout out Biscuit.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, you guys should definitely be. I'm glad you know who that is from Long
Yeah,
Island, because man,
dude. we
in this
look at
world.
these people, we see them all.
good,
Yeah.
man, good, because
No,
it's that's how you got to get there. You got to watch. You got to watch the people who are out here doing it.
Hey, you know, if the biggest blogger in the world wants to come on, you know, our door
Yo,
is
Biscuit,
open.
Biscuit. I'm gonna
know?
try to help you out with that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate it. Biscuit, man. Like, we know who you are.
Yeah. Shout out. It's Biscuit. Yeah, and he works with a artist I work with, Alonzo Green, Zoe Green. Dope MC battle. He's starting the battle rap world, but yeah, there's so much talent out here, man. There's so many people. How many? Who else have you had on?
We've
on
actually
the show?
had It's Biscuit's nephew on, DJ Loudmouse.
Okay.
So shout out DJ Loudmouse.
Yeah,
Word,
shout out
man.
DJ
That's what's
Loudmouse.
up.
So DJ Loudmouse, bunch of Uptown Bodegas, another good. We've had, honestly, I don't even fucking remember.
Yeah.
We've had so many people on the show.
Yeah, man. You
Yeah,
guys are doing it. You guys are
Yeah,
doing
dude,
it.
but-
There's a lot of talent out here, man.
Dude, it's fucking crazy, man. And it's all slept on. It's all fucking
Slept
slept
on,
on, man.
that's true.
Like, it's crazy.
Yep.
But
We were having that conversation before. Like it's so hard to just gain support on Long Island, man. Everybody for some reason is just so stuck in their way and not trying to build and not trying to grow. I feel like literally everywhere else or like I've been in the Midwest for like 2-3 months, and it's just like, yo, like, are you what? Not even just music. Are you doing something? You're from my area. Yo, we're one.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
link.
Like, yo, we're both KC. We're both from Colorado, whatever it is. Cool, man. You know what I mean? I got you. Let me know what you need.
Yeah.
And there could be a little bit more of that here. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And shout out to you guys for making it happen, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank
man.
you,
For
man.
real. For real.
Hell yeah.
It means a
It's
lot.
commendable, guys. It's
Yeah.
commendable.
Appreciate
And I want to thank you to come out and join
Yeah.
us and spending your
Yes.
time with us.
For
I
sure.
know you're a busy guy, so it does
For
mean
sure,
a lot.
man.
And yeah, we wish you the best for all things going on in the future. And
Appreciate it. And that I'll be I'm not, I won't be back probably for a while, but when I come back here, I will stop by here again, and we will catch up, man.
Doors open, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
But before we wrap things up, there's been a lot of people that message you in the DM and everything.
Right.
So is there anything, like, last words you want to say to, like, your following, your supporters, like anything they should know about you or anything you want to tell
We
them?
haven't touched on.
Yeah.
To my people, man, that 789 is coming, and just thank you for being patient, because I'm just a human being, and we've been trying to figure this out, like trial and error. Putting out our own merchandise, CDs, printing logos on T-shirts by ourselves, and everybody that supports us is like just truly understanding of, like, I think it also has to do with, we never tried to act like we were bigger than we were, or to fake it till you make it. I think people just need to knock that nonsense off and stop trying to fake it till you make it, and just
I honestly fucking hate that saying.
I hate that, right?
I
like
hate that.
just be you, man, and then, like, if you stay true to yourself, you'll make it at some point.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just to my people, I want to say thank you, because man, I've had some low points where, this music stuff, I really thought I wasn't gonna do it, and then it's like really just took like 300 people to buy a ticket and come sing my words. About 2 years ago,
And
whatever.
Ju-
Yeah,
Ju
3
made
years.
the whole shit.
Literally, and it changed my whole perspective. And I was saying what I got to meet the homie Macklemore, and that was his advice. So to my first 300, Macklemore, those of y'all, and said, yo, focus on those people, and don't let any outside interference mess that up, and just make your music for those people and create. So I just thank them for being patient, because I'm gonna win. You know what I'm saying? and if you down with me, and you know me, and you know my music, you understand that. However long it takes, I'm gonna win. I'm just not gonna stop. So
No, and
what I'm
your
letting know.
fans too. They share your core of fans. they fucking ride for you, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's a fact,
like,
man.
They ride for you.
That's a family, man.
Yeah,
that's a family.
man, that's crazy. That's beautiful shit to say. Even a regular on our show, Brandon Rocks. He's the first person to tell me about.
Shout out to Brandon Rocks, man.
Shout out Brandon.
Yeah, he's just man, he's just a dope supporter,
Die
man.
hard.
And he actually put me onto you guys, before anything. He was like,
good look.
And he put us on to you.
See?
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out, Brandon. Shout out, keep doing your thing, man. Because we need more people like
that's
him.
what it's all about.
Yeah,
That's what
those
it's all
people.
about. Yes,
is those types of people, man.
100%.
You heard about us because of him, and we heard about you because of him.
Yeah,
and
like that's why
and
we're
here we are.
He was actually, I think Tara told me he was gonna stop by or whatever, but he couldn't make it. But hey, bro, next time we're gonna have him here. We'll do something special for him, man. But yeah, and to you guys, man, if my fans are watching, go follow and subscribe to these guys because
thank you.
They're just out here working, doing great things, and it's super important.
Thank you,
super
bro.
important.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's awesome.